And action. Welcome to Multiply Your Money. I'm Andrew Priestley. This is session number 8. I've got to work out whether it's called a session or a chat. What do you think? What do you think I should call this? Sessions, lessons, episodes? Episode number 8. It's episode number 8. So there's a whole bunch of episodes. If you go looking, you can find them. If you're on Facebook, search Multiply Your Money and join the group. And I think there's links. And if you're on LinkedIn, you can also go to Multiply Your Money, search for Multiply Your Money, the group on LinkedIn, and you'll find that group as well. So there's a whole bunch of resources in there. But basically, I'm reading from a book I wrote in 2016 called The Money Chimp. And The Money Chimp basically is spend less, save more, get out of debt faster. Now, what I meant by debt was credit card debt, okay? And it's really interesting because I've been chatting with people since I've been starting doing this. I only started these a few days ago, right? But I've already had lots of emails and people going, wow, I love it, really good, with questions and things like that. And look at this cup of coffee. Eh? Oh, that's nice. It's a nice coffee. Nice coffee. I was just tempted because the smell was coming up here. But I've had people have asked me questions. And, you know, every single one of the questions, this is what I get from it. I get it that they've got the concept, right? This is, you know, it's that age-old question of I know what to do, but I'm just not doing it. I know what to do. I know what to do, but I'm not doing it. Okay, why aren't you doing it? Now, I believe that what's happened is that you've skipped some steps. So I want to give you a rundown of some questions. This is only a short session. I want to give you a rundown of questions. So you're going to need a pen and paper to write these down. Okay, so grab yourself a pen and a notebook or whatever, and write these questions down because they're really useful. Because the purpose of these questions is to help you identify the state that you're in when you read a book like The Money Chimp. Right? See, the best state to come from is one where money's an adventure, money's fun. You know, I'm curious about stuff. That's why I put a monkey, Curious George. Remember Curious George? I don't know if you ever read Curious George. I love Curious George. My kids love Curious George, if you've got kids. But curiosity is a good state to come from. A sense of fun, playfulness around money. And yet, most people, I look at the change in my face, and yet most people I talk to, they want to go to the library of serious theory on money. And they want all the information, they want all the information. And they want to know how to get out of their money worries. They want to how to overcome, how to manage money, and they want to know all the how parts. Okay. And a couple of videos back, a couple of episodes back, I said, I know what you want to do. Okay. I know what you want to do. You want to manage your money better, what you want more money, basically. You want more money. And it doesn't necessarily mean you want loads of money, but you want more money. You want more money in reserves or more money in your bank or whatever it is, but or more cash in your wallet, so that you've got more cash in your wallet, right? Instead of death adders and spiders, But I want to know why. The whys are really important. Why do you want more money? That's the really important thing. Why do I want more money? And there's two lines of argument here. Number one is there's going to be a whole lot of arguments which actually they're about your head, right? I should want more money. I should be able to control my money. I should be better at budgeting. I should be betting at money. That word should it really implies you're not good at it and you're not doing it right now, and then you feel guilty and then you get rebellious. Well, I'm not going to read the book. Well, I should read the book, but I'm too tired. Have you ever had a book that you should read and you fall asleep? I've got books back there. I know I should read them and I haven't touched them, and yet I pull them out years later and go, God, why didn't I read this years and years ago? Anyway, let's give you the questions, and then I'm going to think about the questions, and then I'm going to come back on another episode and I'm going to talk to you about those questions. Okay, so if you've got a pen and paper, write these down. Okay, firstly, it's really important. What do you want? That's question number one. What do you want? Think about money. What do you want? Okay, and what's important is the state that you answer these questions from. So if you come from that curious state of, wow, yeah, money's an adventure, great. Or if you come from the state of, oh my God, this is going to be terrible and I've got no money and someone's going to be switching the lights off tomorrow. That's the state you're in when you're answering these questions. So you want to get into a resourceful state like curiosity, playfulness, right? What do you want? Okay. Why do you want it? Why do you want more money? Why do you want to manage your money better? Play with those questions, okay? This is a really good question. What would imply that you're good at managing your money? Now think about that one. What would imply? What would I see? What would I observe? And I'm qualified in psychology, and a lot of what we do is what we can observe. What would I observe? If I was a fly on the wall and I was watching you around money, what would I observe you doing around money, right? What would imply that you're good at managing your money? That's a good question to think about. In other words, how would you know you got the result? That's what I'm asking, right? And this question is really, really important. How would it feel if you were good at managing your money? See, how would it feel if you were good at managing your money, right? How would it feel if it was true or real? If you were good at managing money, how would it feel if it was true? Yeah, where you'd say, yeah, I'm good at managing money. I know I'm good at managing money. I know what that feels like. I know what the state of good at managing money feels like, right? There's a lot of people who want to be good at managing money, but they don't feel good at managing money. They feel something else. They feel scared, frightened. Okay. Now, what would that feel like, right? This is an interesting one, but how would your mates react? How would the people who are closest to you, the people who love you and care about you, how would they react if you were good at managing money? What would they be saying to you? What would they be doing? I mean, I know my daughter says, she doesn't have to say much. She just says, Dad, you're so good at managing money, or good on you, Dad, or something like that. But I know, because of the relationship, I know that she likes the fact that I'm good at managing money. I know what that feels like. Feels really important here around money, particularly around money. If you're feeling bad, if the state around money is bad, I don't care how many books you read. Read that whole library on money, right? If you feel bad about it, it's not going to unlock. You've got to get in a state where you feel excited and playful and curious about this. And these are two questions which are very, very confronting, and I'll finish on these two. What's stopping you? What is stopping you from being good with money? What's stopping you from managing money really well? Why don't you have money? I know people who are incredibly smart, incredibly qualified. They're smart people. Qualified, great jobs, good incomes, and they've got no money. Hopeless, rubbish at managing their money. They're smart. And I said to a guy the other day, mate, if you're so smart, why aren't you a millionaire? Why aren't you rich? Why don't you have money? Why is your wallet empty if you're so smart, right? Because of the state he comes from, that's a clue. He doesn't feel good about money, I'm going to talk a little bit about later on, in later episodes, I'm going to talk about impulse control and the ability to delay gratification. That's a big, big part of it. I want it now. It's a very immature approach to money. I want it now, must have it now, I must have. If I don't have it, my life's going to suck. You get the idea? I'm going to explore that. But those are the questions. What do you want? Why? What would imply you have it? What would it feel if it was true? What would it feel like, right? How would your mates react if it were true? And why would your family, your mates react if it were true? And then two questions: what's stopping you? Why don't you have money? Those are questions to play with. I hope that helps. Have a great day, morning, evening, weekend, wherever you are on the planet watching there. Tune in. Please go to Multiply Your Money. It's on Spotify. Just search Multiply Your Money, Andrew Priestley. It's on Apple Podcasts. It's on Facebook. It's on LinkedIn. Why am I doing it? I want to reach as many people as possible. Not because I've got some evil money plan, but because there are a lot of really clever, smart people who need to sort out their relationship with money. Okay, for a lot of good reasons, which are in this book, which I go into in this book. Anyway, Talk to you soon. See ya.